Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to cover Galactic Guardians. Now this video is going to cover basically the sealed event that's coming up, and these are going to be some figures that you're going to want to pull to give yourself the best chance. And I'm going to go through the dials a little bit, and hopefully we can find the top 10 figures to pull for the next sealed event that's coming up soon. So number 11, which is an honorary mention, is Red Shift. Now we have Power Cosmic, 5 range, 106 points, hypersonic. All the stats here are pretty basic, but I think the key thing to make it right at number 11 is the hypersonic and power cosmic. And there is a power when Red Shift does damage to an opposing character, you can move that character 3 squares away from the current spot. So there's things you can do with that. You can knock someone and move them in a position for another one of your characters to hit. And because the sealed event is going to be 400 points, this only takes up roughly 25% of your team. So you still have quite a bit to play with. You start off with a 10 attack. 17's alright, but 3 damage will at least do damage, at least 1 damage to everybody on the field. So with the hypersonic and a flyer, it has to be something that would be nice to pull. Number 10 is Mole Man. Now the only reason why I'm pulling Mole Man in the top 10 is strictly because the Outwit and Phase In and Super Senses. Now, strictly really it's just going to be Outwit, but for 47 points that's really cheap to get Outwit in a set that has a bunch of damage reducers. So this figure is going to be key to helping you out. I mean, it's not the greatest figure. The mind control is probably not even going to work. I don't know how many monster figures are in this set, but the Outwit and the Phase In, and you can even push to get, because he still has it on his second click, and he gets Stealth on his second click. But the Phase In, Outwit, Super Senses, you might not even want to try to attack him because of his super senses, so it's pretty good. Number 10, 47 points, is playable. Number 9, I have Cosmo. Now, he's only 52 points, but he's one of the few figures in this set that has TK on his starting click. And if you push him, he's got Barrier and Incap and Mind Control. He also starts off with Enhancement. This figure is going to be really, really nice. He also has the Police TA. There's going to be a lot of uses for him. You can use enhancement with another run-in shotter to get bonus to your damage. You can use the TK. For 52 points, this figure is going to be really nice. He's not a powerhouse, but he's definitely a really good support piece. And starting off with a 17 Super Senses, if they try to hit him, you know, it's potentially they'll miss him. And then if you want to push, if you think, you know, that's not going to work, you get on 18 Barrier, you know? So, I mean, it's not bad. You basically can figure out what you want to do. He even ends with Pulse Waves. Who knows? That could potentially come into play as well. Number 8, we have Nebula. Now, this figure is pretty average on the stats, but the stats that you get in the powers are pretty nice, especially for 83 points. You get Run-In Shot, Psychic Blast, Energy Shield Deflection, and Shape Change. This figure is going to be, you know, pretty nasty with the Psychic Blast, a bunch of damage reducers in this set, guys. So Psychic Blast will cut through damage reducers. I know it's only 2 damage, but it's not that bad. And if you decide that you want to push her, she gets Outwit on her second click. So for 83 points, depending on how you want to play her, she can hold her own. For the first 4 clicks, she's got Run-In Shot or Charge, and then when she has Charge, she has Steal Energy. So those things are going to be really nice, because if she charges, steals energies, she heals back up. I like this figure at 83 points, and at 8 on the set, and on 8 on the list, I think it works out really well. Annihilation Seeker, number 7, Charge, Super Strength, 17 Invulnerability for 70 points. I'm not going to go too much into this figure, but for the points, you can do a lot of damage, and there's a bunch of damage reducers for 70 points, and every single click on here will be able to crack Impervious or Invulnerability. I like it a lot. Blastaar, we have Run-In Shot. Indom on this character is going to be huge. We have a huge attack stats here, pretty nice defense stats, good damage. I like this. There's, you know, it's pretty straightforward. just run and gun, knock the character out. It's pretty good. All damage dealt by him causes knockback. That can be good and bad, but I like it in this situation. It's pretty good. 7 range. I like it with the running shot. 7 range, you can pretty much hit anyone on the map. That's pretty good. Number 5 on the set, I have Thing here. The special power is really nice. If you deal damage with the Thing, your opponent has to choose one of 2 things, to either take another click of unavoidable damage or risk the Thing attacking again. You'd have to roll, but you could potentially do another 4 damage. I like this figure. His stats do fall off, but with the special power, it's really nice. And in Dom, you can do it 2 turns in a row. And I like this. It could potentially kill a figure in 1 turn, depending on how, like a huge figure in 1 turn, depending on if your opponent decides for you to attack again. You never know. I like this one quite a bit. Number 4, Hollywood. Now this figure is incredible. We start off with Charge, Super Strength, and 17 with a special power. Hollywood ignores all but 1 damage when damage dealt to him. Power can't be countered. This is great. I like this quite a bit. There are a few things that can go through this, but for the most part, you're going to be able to just charge right in, go to town, and you have Indom, so you're going to be pushing. He has 10s across the whole board. He never dips below a 16, and on every single one of his clicks, he can at least crack Impervious or Invulnerability. He has Exploit Weakness on 2 clicks and Close Combat Expert on 2 clicks. He is strictly going to be close combat, but at close combat, you are not going to want to be next to him. He is going to be nasty. And at 3, we have Gomorrah. The reason why I have her here, she's pretty cheap at 79 points. She's got Charge, and she has Stealth. Damage dealt by Gomorrah may not be reduced below 2. That is the main reason why she's here. She is going to be able to crack everyone's reducers, and she's going to be really good. At 3, for the points, you have to play her if you pull her. You have to play her. It's just incredible. I can't even explain it. You look at the dial, you see the trait, and you see the trait. Yeah, you got to play her. At number 2, Gladiator. The reason why I have him here is because he might just knock you out in the first turn. It doesn't even matter. Hypersonic, 12 attack, super strength, impervious, 18, 5 damage. He's got his confidence thing, so every time he does damage, he gets a confidence token, which gives him perplex. I'm telling you, this figure is going to wreck house. Now, yes, he can be beat. Outwit is going to kill him, but with him, you're probably just going to want to go up to somebody and kill him right off the bat. You could potentially get 7 on your first turn. The main thing right here, he does not have Indom, so you can't push him. But if you do push him, he still has Hypersonic and 17 Imperv, 11 attack. And so you might want to push him because just the sheer amount of damage you'll be able to do within the 2 turns might destroy your opponent already anyways. At number 2, he's a little risky because he can be outwitted and he doesn't have Indom, but just his first 2 clicks, you might not even have to worry about it. And that number 1 has to be Thanos. Just 300 points, 9 range, 2 targets, power cosmic. Start off with 19 invulnerability, 13 psychic blast, 10 phase in. I mean, this guy is destructive. And the reason why I have to say he's a must play, because it's a 400 point sealed and you have 100 points to play with him. I think it's just a must. This guy is going to just be deadly. It's not going to be super point and click, but depending on who you're playing and what they have, you can just run right up in their face. They might miss, probably will miss with that 19 defense. And at range, most likely, if you think you're going to be attacked at range, get in hindering terrain, they're going to have to hit a 20. And then you have a 13 to shoot them back. And if you do take damage, I mean, look, all 12, 11, 11, 11, 10, 10, 10. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy is nasty. I would have liked him to start out with Outwit, but that's okay. If he started out with Outwit, this figure would be 6 stars. There's a bunch of other figures that I chose not to add in this video. Adam Warlock, Ravenous, Namor, Doctor Strange, Fallen One, Captain Marvel, Super Skrull, Replica, Silver Surfer, Lord Marvel, Stranger, Doctor Doom, Keeper, the other Thanos, the Keeper and Thanos that are chase figures, Skull Rebel, Morg, Mistress of Death, Drax, and Hulk. These are all nice figures, and if you pull them, you're probably going to do well with them, but they just didn't break the top 10. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my top 10 figures to pull for the sealed Galactic Guardian set. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck.